In today's video, I'll be making a classic mint julep and a variation of it. Nowadays, mint juleps are made with bourbon, sugar, and mint, but for our variation, we'll be using pineapple rum, rye, and a little bit of absinthe. So if that sounds good to you, let's go make some juleps. The mint julep is a really old cocktail and it dates back to at least the late 18th century, but back then you would find recipes calling for rum, peach brandy, or regular brandy because bourbon wasn't quite a thing just yet. My guess is that the American corn whiskey was introduced to the cocktail at some point in the mid-1900s when bourbon really started to make a name for itself. Nowadays, if you order a mint julep, you'll most likely have it made with bourbon. Since 1938, the mint julep has been the official drink of the Kentucky Derby. But there are other dates associated with this cocktail, maybe not as well known. But for example, June 1st is Mint Julep Day according to New College in Oxford, England. And if you want to learn more about cocktail history, I suggest picking up this book, The Joy of Mixology by the late Gary Regan, also known as Gaz Regan. I'll leave a link down below for this. Alright, so for the ingredients, I'll be using Michter's Bourbon, Demerara sugar, which is basically a less refined and more flavorful sugar, and mint for the regular mint julep. And then for the variation, I'll be using pineapple rum, rye whiskey, absinthe, and a little bit of regular simple syrup, and of course mint. Okay, I'm going to start with the regular mint julep. Leave the top leaf so we can use this stem for garnish later. Then we're going to give this a very light muddle. Oh yeah, half an ounce of my Demerara sugar. And then we're going to add 2.5 ounces of your bourbon. And for our variation, we start out the same way. Add half an ounce of your simple syrup. A couple of dashes of your absinthe. 1 ounce of your rye whiskey. And 1.5 ounce of your pineapple rum. I got my pebble ice, and all I have to do now is swizzle these cocktails. Alright, so let's try these. I'm gonna try using my julep strainer. So the reason why they're called a julep strainer is because supposedly way back when you did this, you put your julep strainer across your little cup to hold the ice back, put your finger over it, and then you sip through the strainer. Let's see if it works. Holy macaroni, Batman. It really works. That is a beautiful cocktail. Surprisingly refreshing with no citrus in there. It's just the bourbon, mint, and sugar, and water doing its thing. Now let's try the variation. Oh yeah, a little bit more going on there. You definitely get the pineapple rum, get a hint of the spice from the rye whiskey, a little bit of the absinthe, not much, and then the mint and the sugar, of course, and water. And it's really good. Yeah, it's like a tiki julep. It's a beautiful thing. And if you like minty cocktails, you should really check out my Southside video. It's a great one too. Now it's time for me to down these two cocktails, and I want to say thank you for watching this far, and I'll see you next week. This is it.